Good morning. This is a Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is David J. Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
30 degrees outside under a clear sky. Beautiful morning out there. Beautiful weather we've had and more on the way, folks. What a week we're going to have here. Temperatures in the 50s and even midweek in the lower 60s. It's going to be nice. Going to get rid of some more of that ice and snow that's still kind of in some of the intersections and on some of the sidewalks out there. So that should pretty well meld it down. It was running down the streets yesterday, so pretty nice out there. Good to have you with us here on The Breakfast Show. Later on today, we'll be giving away a $25 gift card to the Grocery Cart. Who couldn't use a little head start on grocery shopping? So stay tuned. That's in honor of the Love Local promotion. This is also, I did want folks out there not to get too happy and jolly. Although,
No, wouldn't want that.
actually, it could be that it would be making you happy or jolly. So it's how you want to approach it.
All right.
And probably your financial situation. Today is the start of the 2023 income tax filing season. Time to break out your 1040s and your 1099s. It starts today if you'd like to get an early start. The IRS is accepting the 2023 returns, and once again this year, you can claim your child for an $1,800 child tax credit. So if you don't have a child, get one.
Yeah.
You can save a little money.
Yeah. If only it was that easy.
Yeah. You have till Monday, April 15th to get your taxes filed. So this is the beginning of all of that. National Puzzle Day today. Yep, if you like to put together puzzles, this is a day honoring puzzle putting together. And it's the day where we recognize the world's largest puzzle. It contains 60,000 pieces.
Oof.
60,000. And you can actually buy one at Costco.
A 60,000 piece puzzle.
Yeah, just if you're
no
kind of
thanks.
bored, you want to put together a 60,000 piece puzzle. Wonder how big a table you'd have to have for that.
I'd like to know what the design is.
Yeah, it doesn't say. I don't
wonder
know.
if it's just one color.
Probably.
Can you imagine that? Just the color red, 60,000 pieces.
Yeah, or 90% of it's blue sky.
Eek.
With no clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, birthdays. If you're celebrating a birthday today, Tom Selleck is celebrating a birthday. He is 79 today.
Wow.
Known for his mustache and for his acting of Magnum P.I. in his younger day. The Blue Bloods to Monica's boyfriend, Richard, on Friends. So he's still very active, and he also does a very sincere commercial about the mortgage on your house, if you want to listen to him about
there you
that.
go.
Very reassuring. Heather Graham is 54 today. She's known for her roles in Swingers, Austin Powers, and The Spy Who Snagged Me, and Boogie Nights. Sarah Gilbert, 49 today. She's best known for her role as the deadpan and snarky Darlene Connor on Roseanne and its current reincarnation, The Connors. She was also a co-host and executive producer of the daytime show The Talk. Probably, though, that pales in comparison to talk show host, probably they say one of the most powerful women in the world, Oprah Winfrey, is 20 today, TV host, producer, actress.
She's how old?
70.
Oh, okay.
What did I say?
I think you said 20.
Did I say 20?
I really do think
well,
you
she
did,
looks like
yes.
she's 20.
Yeah.
She's 70.
Okay.
And she's done her Oprah Winfrey show for 25 years. Even created her own network for that, I think. Took it off the regular network.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Did her own, but she is 70 today. Let's see here. Super Bowl. Well, I guess the scenario there is there's a lot of good fans around here for Kansas City. It's a Midwest team taking on a West Coast team.
Yes.
So I guess you've got that. And so that may add a little spice to it. Super Bowl 58. Can't believe that.
Yeah.
Coming up. A little disappointed with the Lions game last night.
Very disappointed.
I thought
if you didn't have a team in the game, how could you not be pulling for Detroit?
Right.
You know?
Right.
And yeah, that was That was just tough. That second half was tough to watch if you were cheering for the Lions. It just, so many things just went, everything went right in the first half, and then in the second half, nothing went right.
No,
it seemed like, especially in the third quarter. So that was a bummer. I was pulling for Detroit. That would have been fun to see them in the Super Bowl.
We were too. I think there'll be some speculation about going for fourth down and not kicking a field goal twice. The coach for the Lions did that, but as they said, that's kind of his style. He just doesn't.
Yes. Yeah.
He just doesn't go for halfway. He goes for broke, and it's paid off this year. And I don't think the fans will be too disappointed in that. But did you see where they had, 35,000 fans at the Detroit Stadium to watch the game?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy.
They're very proud, and they should be. That was a disappointing loss because it would have been the first time. They're one of the oldest teams in the NFL and have never been in the Super Bowl,
Never.
I think.
No, never.
So you can be assured they'll be already reloading for next year. So that was, of course, a couple of games yesterday. The Kansas City 49ers game started off like it was going to be very, very exciting, and I actually decided a walk was more interesting than that particular game. It really kind of leveled off and wasn't as exciting as it started, but again, there's a lot of Kansas City fans around here.
Yeah, that game, again, lots of times in football, one play. And, Baltimore's going in for a touchdown. The guys at the 1 yard line, and they punch the ball out, and Kansas City recovers in the end zone and gets the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that's oh, man, what a big swing that was in that game.
Was it Flowers? Was that the guy?
Yeah, he was the one that had it punched out.
And he was also penalized just earlier for taunting.
Yes.
And then he got mad and punched his bench and cut his finger.
Yeah, I think you're right, yes.
And then they didn't have him in very much. He didn't look real happy, but so it goes.
So it goes.
NFL. Yeah.
Taylor Swift looked happy, though. I was happy for that.
Well, there's a lot of people happy about this because the ratings for the Super Bowl will be even higher than usual.
Could be.
Oh, they will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a draw, and just a little glimpse of her red lipstick behind the glass, and you're in, man.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. Now I don't know. She's going to be in Japan or supposed to be in Japan
for the Super Bowl
during the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Oh my. Wow. How are they going to work that out?
Well, as Joan and I were talking, and Joan said something like she can stay in Japan as far as she's concerned. But I think it's kind of interesting. But Japan is a long flight, so she's probably going to have to reschedule if she wants to be at the Super Bowl.
Have to reschedule a concert?
A date or two to make that work because it's a long flight. So it isn't like she could just bop home and then bop back the next day for the concert. So I'm sure they'll get it worked out.
I'm sure.
And you folks don't lose too much sleep over it, okay?
Yeah.
They'll get it worked out. They've got probably people that are paid a lot of money for just the logistics of that.
Probably.
Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of the weekend. The star of the show, in a lot of ways, was the weather. Just it was 50 yesterday, and to be able to get out and get a breath of air and walk and I was trying to do some walking yesterday, and I went out in late morning, little dicey yet for slickness on some of the sidewalks and streets, but yesterday afternoon it was much better. And if we get another day or two of this, we're going to be able to go out and get some fresh air and get a little exercise and get off of that living room couch. So hopefully that will happen. And I'm thinking it might be drying off a little bit out there in the pastures where they have some of those open places where the snow wasn't lying, that they can kind of have some places for the cattle, and calving just on the brink here already started in some cases. So hopefully it will dry some spots out for the folks out there, and certainly all the tractors and trucks should be running now that were all gelled up and all that long ago. So I'm sure there's a lot more smiles now than there was when it was 20 below zero. Let's talk a little bit about high school sports. What a weekend of wonderful high school contests, MNAC, Southwest Conference, and boys and girls basketball, and KCNI, KBBN covered a good share of it, if not all of it, and it was fun to listen to and or watch. I know went up to Mom's the other day, and she was watching it on the big screen and listened to the call, and we listened to it on the radio on Saturday. We were traveling. As soon as we knew you guys got on the air a little bit, we went out and about and listened. It was fun to listen to. A lot of good games, yeah.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to all the sponsors that made that possible, of course. For MNAC, we did radio and live video streaming and had the wonderful opportunity to go cover the Broken Bow girls basketball team as they played in the Southwest Conference Tournament semifinals and then in the third-place consolation game, which they won on Saturday. So big thanks to all of the sponsors that support our coverage of high school sports, and we'll get ready and look forward to another big week this week, which really kind of transitions our focus. Focus this week really is going to be about wrestling this week. We've got the MNAC and Sandhills Thetford Wrestling Invitational for you tomorrow that we will cover on the radio for you, semifinal round on. That'll be tomorrow in Dunning. And then later in the week, we're going to be live in Cozad on February the 1st for Conference Wrestling, Southwest Conference. So we'll follow Broken Bow there for you on February the 1st. And then this coming Saturday, we'll plan to be in Kearney for the state wrestling duels. Broken Bow looking as though they have qualified for that, so we will follow them at the state duels coming up this Saturday at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds.
Sounds great. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's take a look at the school lunch menus for today. Callaway on this 30th day of January. The 29th day of January, apologies. I crossed over Monday by accident. So here's Monday's, January 29th. Hot ham and cheese today at Callaway.
All right, Loop City next. They show a meatball sub or chicken burrito today at Loop City.
And at Anselmo Myrna today, it's ham and pasta hot dish with dinner roll, mini corn dogs, fajita deli wraps.
Much of the same at Broken Bow today. Ham and pasta hot dish with dinner roll, mini corn dogs, fresh baked combo sub, fajita deli wrap, and the grill station combo for Broken Bow today is a crispy chicken sandwich basket.
Litchfield, it's scalloped potatoes, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Thetford today showing beef, mac and cheese, peas and carrots, dinner roll, veggie and fruit bar, and milk at Thetford today.
At Sargent, the burritos with lettuce and salsa, corn, fruit salad, and milk.
At Gothenburg today, ham and pasta hot dish with dinner roll, mini corn dogs, fresh baked ham and cheese sub, made fresh cheesy pizza. Some of your choices at Gothenburg today.
And at Ansley, it's chicken legs, fruit, vegetables, and milk at Ansley.
Arnold Public Schools today enjoying hamburger on a bun at Arnold.
And at the Prairie Pioneer Center today, they're having chicken casserole, mixed veggies, fruit, and bread. And again, if you would like to let them know you're coming, they'll have a meal ready for you at the center by calling them at 872-6121 by 9 a.m. today. You can also get those meals delivered, but you'll need to set that up in advance. So give them a call at 872-6121. That is the number to call. And again, we're going to be giving away a gift card to the grocery cart later on today in honor of our Love Local promotion. We're going to play the game next, see if we can give away a Monday morning prize with your question. Here's Brent Amperson.
All right, final question about the Dukes of Hazzard. Premiered 45 years ago on January 26, 1979. Who played and sang the theme song of the Dukes of Hazzard, as well as narrated the show? Your choices are Tom Wopat, John Schneider, Denver Pyle, or Waylon. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Your mornings sound better.
If you're driving in the car on the way to work, it just makes your day more enjoyable just listening to it.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency takes pride in offering the best rate and coverage, perfectly catered to your needs. They're excited to announce that their location in Broken Bow has moved. You can now find them on the east side of the square inside the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce building. We all have our busy seasons, and when we aren't busy, insurance is a great thing to review before you're busy yet again. Talk to Chip in Callaway or Allison in Broken Bow to review your farm and commercial plans. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency in Callaway and Broken Bow.
And we have a caller on the line. Good morning. Who are we talking to?
This is Ella Rice.
How are you?
Good.
Good. All right, here's Brent with the question.
Okay, who played and sang the theme song to the TV show The Dukes of Hazzard? Was it Tom Wopat, John Schneider, Denver Pyle, or Waylon Jennings?
Waylon Jennings.
It was Waylon, of course it was. And because you've answered correctly, we got a certificate that's going to get you a free personal pan pizza, one topping from Pizza Hut in Broken Bow. So you come on out and see us when you can. We'll have your certificate ready for you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. 747, you're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Just a good old boy.
Done. It shouldn't be a crime to have a great time while doing your job, though.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
We are accepting applications for candidates to join our sales executive team. No experience is necessary, but if you like helping people and would appreciate using a no-pressure sales approach alongside a staff that's like family, you're on your way. When you join the team, you're given an established client list made up of established relationships. No searching for new business out of the gate.
Nice and easy.
Gas prices are crazy. No worry for you. You'll have a station car to drive the St. Hills roads.
Hey, Rod, who's driving? It's okay. It's on cruise control. Cruise control just regulates speed. It doesn't steer.
Decide what your day looks like. Meet new people. Throw candy in parades. Get paid to have fun. Send your resume to jeremy@sandhillsexpress.com. I'll talk to you soon.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nebraska's favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
Coming up on 9 minutes before the hour, we're going to be checking in with the grocery cart specials, and Brent's working on those specials for us right now. You'll have those in a moment. Good morning to Denise and Steve, who, Steve is happy about Kansas City winning. Michael says, I'm sure there's a plane big enough to get Taylor Swift and her crew from Japan and back. Probably, Michael. And good morning to you, Denise. All right. It is time for some grocery cart specials with some ideas on how you can save some money at the grocery cart. Here's those specials with Brent Appers.
All right, we'll start in the meat department. Grocery carts premium, age, choice, certified Angus beef, sirloin tip steak, $5.48 a pound. Hormel Natural Choice boneless in loin pork roast, $2.38 a pound. Grocery carts premium age choice certified Angus beef chuck roast is $6.48 a pound this week. Best Buy bone-in back ribs or St. Louis pork ribs are $3.98 a pound. The Wimmers Little Smokies, the 10 to 14 ounce packages are 2 for $8. Daly's sliced stack pack bacon, 24 ounce packages, $7.98. For the kids, when they get home from school, get them some Oscar Mayer Fun Pack Lunchables. They're on sale for $2.98. Speaking of the kids, something to eat when they get home from school, how about Yoplait Go-Gurts? The boxes are $4.98 this week. Tropicana orange juice, 3 varieties. The big jugs are $6.98. If you want to spice up your coffee in the morning, the International Delight Coffee Creamers 32-ounce bottles are on sale for $2 for $7. Kraft or Cracker Barrel string cheese packages are $3.48. Shed's Spread Country Crock, $4.98 for the 45-ounce tub. Daisy Squeeze Sour Cream, the 14-ounce bottles are 2 for $5. Eggo Waffles, the 24-count packages are $6.48. Red Baron Pizzas get 3 for $10. Jack's Pizzas, frozen pizzas are on sale this week as well, get 3 for $9. And the Blue Bunny Ice Cream, the 48-ounce tubs are $3.98. Some of the other grocery savings you'll find this week: Best Choice Round Top Wheat Bread, $2.38 a loaf. Ragu Pasta Sauce, the jars are 2 for $4. Starkist Chunk Light Tuna cans are 88 cents. Frito-Lay Cheetos, Fritos, Tostitos, or Cheese Dips are on sale for $3.98. And Progresso Soups are on sale this week. Get 3 cans for $5. In the produce section, Washington Honey Crisp Apples, $1.18 a pound. 4-pound bag of California Navel oranges on sale for $4.98. Super Select cucumbers, 68 cents each. Green bell peppers, 68 cents each. Fresh blueberries, get a pint for $4.48. Red or green seedless grapes, $2.98 a pound. The 8-ounce packages of Highline sliced white mushrooms, 2 packages for $4. And sweet yellow onions are on sale for $1.28 a pound. Some of the other store-wide savings you'll find this week in the ad at the grocery cart: Peter Pan peanut butter, 16-ounce jars are 2 for $5. Welch's 100% grape juice, 64-ounce bottles are 2 for $7. The Heinz barbecue sauce squeeze bottles are $3.48. Kellogg's cereals are on sale. Get the boxes for $3.98. Hellman's mayonnaise, 30-ounce jars are on sale for $5.98. Campbell's tomato or V8 juice on sale. Get the 64-ounce bottles for $3.48. McCormick taco seasoning mix. The packages are just 88 cents this week. And the 3-ounce canisters of McCormick black pepper on sale for $3.98. Those are just some of the specials you'll find this week at the grocery cart in Broken Bow.
And always note that when you pull into the grocery cart, the front lot is almost always full, because it's a very popular place. But do remember, there's a lot of parking they've made available to you on the west side of the store. And be sure and get in on those bonus points. Sign up for the bonus program and take advantage of those discounts for you. Actually, discount on gas at Casey's. And, of course, you can just use it for getting things absolutely free at the grocery cart if you build up enough points on the bonus items. So keep that in mind when you go to the cart in Broken Bow. Open 7 days a week for your convenience.
KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. President Biden vowing to respond after 3 American service members were killed in a drone attack on a base in Jordan. The National Security Council's John Kirby tells CBS News.
The president has added force capability to the Middle East. I don't have any force posture changes to announce today, but I can assure you that he'll make the decisions as commander-in-chief as appropriate to make sure we can continue to defend ourselves.
The U.S. and several other countries have paused financial support for the UN's Palestinian Relief Agency after allegations some staffers were involved in Hamas attacks in Israel. CBS's Deborah Patta interpreting for a woman in Gaza.
On top of the constant hunger, now they cut our aid. What did we do wrong?
Quarterback Brock Purdy on the 49ers' big win over Detroit.
Went out, we all knew what we had to do. Season's on the line, we're down 17, so I think everybody stepped up, and when we played really good, complimentary team football from there.
San Francisco and Kansas City will face off at the Super Bowl. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, for the first time in their elected runs, none of Nebraska's 5-member all-GOP congressional delegation received an endorsement from the Nebraska Republican Party, and none of them sought the state party's endorsements, which were made Saturday. Instead, the party's state central committee endorsed Republican challengers to 3 GOP incumbents, former Air Force Lieutenant Colonel John Glenn Weaver, who is running against U.S. Senator Pete Ricketts, Omaha businessman Dan Fry, who is running against 2nd District Representative Don Bacon, and a Hastings engineer, John Waltz, who is running against 3rd District Representative Adrian Smith. The Central Committee did not endorse candidates in the other 2 top federal races involving Senator Deb Fischer and Republican Mike Flood. They've not drawn Republican challengers as yet. Nebraska GOP Chairman Eric Underwood had no immediate comment on the endorsements of the party's process. In a text message, he said his team needed time to finish its press release. One Republican who attended Saturday's meeting, who spoke on condition of being anonymous, said, quote, "You can't win if you don't play," unquote. Others on the committee who opposed the congressional incumbents have said delegation members sometimes act as if they lead the party, not vice versa. Tension has existed between the state party and top elected officials since the Nebraska GOP leadership changed hands in the summer of 2022, from party workers who were loyal to Ricketts to populists loyal to former President Donald Trump, and some former insiders who wanted to diminish Ricketts' influence over the party. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NFL championship games on the NFC side, 49ers rally past the Lions for a 34-31 win. Detroit had a 17-point lead in the second half, failed on 2 key 4th-down conversions in field goal range, and had a big lost fumble. San Francisco took advantage, outscoring Detroit 17-0 in the third quarter and 27-7 in the second half. 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy had 267 yards passing, 48 yards rushing with a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 90 yards rushing, and 2 scores in the win. On the AFC side, Chiefs go into Baltimore, knock off the top seed in the AFC, the Ravens, 17-10. Kansas City had a 17-7 lead at the half. Baltimore, 2 key turnovers in the end zone in the second half, a fumble from wide receiver Zay Flowers and an interception by quarterback Lamar Jackson, who also lost a fumble. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes for Kansas City had a touchdown pass to tight end Travis Kelce, who was targeted 11 times, had 11 receptions, 116 yards. Super Bowl 58 is set, 49ers versus the Chiefs.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. High of 55 today, under clear skies, northwest winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, 31. Sunny skies tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 57. High temperatures reach up to 61 Wednesday, under mainly clear skies, 52 Thursday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Whether you love them or can't stand them, surprises are a part of life. Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin.
Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, and we can help you get ready for whatever life throws at you, even the welcome surprises. As your needs change, we can change what you need to do to help you end up where you want to be. And while there is never a good time to experience unexpected costs, we can work together to help you make them feel a little less unexpected. Call us at 308-872-6200 888-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
8:05, now 30 degrees. We've been bouncing between 30 and 31 this morning, but it really is a very, very nice morning under a clear sky. Winds are out of the southwest, 3 and 4 miles per hour. Barometric pressure, pretty steady, maybe dropped a point at 3017 here in the last hour. Humidity at 86%. High yesterday was 50 with an overnight low of 30. Sunset today at 5:49. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:53. 31 hundredths precipitation measured so far, and actually at the end of the month of January 2024. It's crazy. That's flown by. We're already putting a month away in the new year. Oops, sorry, there you go. Yeah. Now you can start filing your taxes, as we mentioned, and get that big refund.
Yeah.
Go out and find some kids, get that $1,800 deduction.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can adopt fast enough to...
Yeah, hard to tell.
I don't think so. I think that's quite a process, as it should be. Universal Insurance in Broken Bow, Nebraska would like to thank you for your business in 2023, and they look forward to serving you in 2024. They have changed things a little bit for the better. They're now a division of GTA Insurance Group, and they look forward to continuing to grow and serve you with the same great service and smiles that they try to have when you walk in the door every time. And they thank Custer County and the Broken Bow community for their support over the years. Started as a family business back in the 1960s and still a family business. They care deeply for their community as the roots are planted strong. Universal is located on Southeast Street. To most of us, that's Highway 2 in Broken Bow, right across from Prairie Grounds Cafe, right next to the Chinese restaurant on the corner. Contact them or walk in. Contact them at 872-6438 or online at www.gtagroup.com.
The business Subcon is hiring a CNC machinist. Now, if you're not familiar with Subcon, they are located just outside of Ord, Nebraska, 20 miles from the beautiful Calamus Reservoir. They offer competitive wages and benefits, including health insurance, vacation, life insurance, paid holidays, and a matching 401k. Now, this is a daytime shift position. Experience is preferred. They work a 4-day work week and again located just outside of Ord, Nebraska. Again, Subcon hiring a CNC machinist. If you'd like more information or would like to submit your resume, you can email zdexter at subcon, that's with 2 N's, subconn.net.
The Custer Farm Service Agency is hiring. The application period started on January 18th and runs through January 31st, so you have a few days yet here, a couple days. They are located here in Broken Bow. This is a permanent position for a program technician. The benefits package included, and the successful candidate will carry out office activities pertaining to one or more of the USDA programs that are administered here in Custer County. Applicants will apply online, so do so in the next day or two at www.usajobs.gov. That's all lowercase, by the way. The closing date is January 31st, as we mentioned. Questions about the position may be directed to Steve at the phone number 308-872-6877. So if you have questions about it, call 872-6877 and ask for Steve. The USDA is an equal opportunity provider, employer, and lender.
A lot of job opportunities being posted right now on sandhillsexpress.com. Here is another. Nebraska Department of Transportation has an excellent opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Ansley and in Broken Bow. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training and career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package that includes a matching retirement contribution. Now, to apply, you need to go online. So go to this website, statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
More jobs. The Village of Myrna is hiring. Now, this is a part-time position for a maintenance operator, and they're now taking applications. You must be 21 years of age and possess a current valid driver's license. Duties include operation of sewer and water systems, maintenance of streets, equipment maintenance, and general upkeep of the village property. Experience would be a benefit, but they will train the right applicant. Questions and applications should be directed to the village clerk's office between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. or phone them at 643-2281, 643-2281, or 643-7022. The institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer. And again, all this information on our jobs is on the employment page on sandhillsexpress.com.
Quality Senior Villages is a licensed assisted living facility in Broken Bow specializing in care for those battling through Alzheimer's and dementia. And right now at the facility, they are looking for caregivers, CNAs, and medication aides. Their goal is to provide a home-like atmosphere and give enriching care in a safe and nurturing environment where the individual can thrive and live a productive and active lifestyle. Specialized training in the most advanced forms of memory care is provided at the time of employment and is ongoing. If you'd like to apply, they encourage you to email or send your resume to qsvbrokenbow@gmail.com. Or you can apply in person by going to 715 Arapahoe Lane in Broken Bow. If you have any questions, feel free to call them at the facility, 872-6387.
Thank you very much, Brent. We're going to have our guests in. As promised, stay tuned. That comes your way right after these words.
There's a lot of uncertainty in ag and business today. The market, input costs, the weather. One thing you can always count on is Nebraska State Bank, looking for ways to help local ag producers and businesses be successful. Right now, NSB is running an ag and commercial equipment loan special that features a 7.95% fixed interest rate for qualified customers. Offer is valid through March 15th, 2024. Call one of their local experienced ag loan officers at 872-2466 to find out more about this limited-time loan special. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of no problems, no disposition, no fertility, no calving problems. When you buy Ritter Hereford bulls and heifers, that's what you want. Since 1907, we've worked to raise no problems, so that mothering ability, feed conversion, growth, and thickness can take the spotlight. Ritter Hereford sale, 110 bulls, 60 heifers, February 1 at the ranch northwest of Callaway.
Ag producers, the clock is ticking to save big on your spring seed at Arrow Seed. Save up to 11% on Arrow Seed alfalfa by prepaying by February 1st. By only ordering your alfalfa and summer annual forages by February 1st, you can save 5%. Save on Arrow Seed oats, too. Order by February 1st for 25 cents per bag or 15 cents per bushel in totes or bulk discounts. Talk to your local Arrow Seed dealer today to take advantage of these money-saving offers. Learn more at arrowseed.com.
The morning Sandhills Drive never sounded so good.
In the mornings, we don't have to fight over the radio because it's one station.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
8:13, almost 8:14, and we told you earlier that we would be talking teammates again here this morning. Deb McCaslin is back with another mentor, and we're anxious to find out more about that experience, and we'll just ask Deb to introduce our guest here this morning. Deb?
Oh, it's absolutely my pleasure to introduce Colleen Gates. She is one of our board members. She keeps all of our finances straight.
Oh, okay.
And all that kind of good stuff. And has just been a valued mentor for a number of years, and just charges on with everything that Teammates stands for. So, Colleen, we appreciate so much coming in this morning, but we appreciate all the work you do for Teammates.
Well, thank you very much. Being treasurer for Teammates is a pretty easy job lately, so compared to some of the other ones I've been.
Yeah, you probably get recruited once in a while for things like this because of your talent in numbers, I think.
Oh, she's an incoming president for Rotary, too. So I just thought I would throw that in there.
There you go.
Yeah. I have had a few places where I've been the treasurer on the Chamber of Commerce and here. But and almost at church, but somebody else. I'm the backup one. If somebody gets nominated to be an elder, then I get to be the treasurer at church. But
yeah. Well, we need you, so thank you very much for that. Talk a little bit about, I know that you can take care of the numbers. That's what you do. Talk a little about your experience with teammates.
When I first started with the teammates, I was paired with a gal that was in 5th grade. So it was nice to be, it was at Custer at the time, when 5th and 6th was at Custer. And it was funny because I was the first one in her class. So it was kind of, I was her mentor, but kind of also to her friends as well. It was, and I really enjoyed the time and watching her grow and mature, and as because I was her mentor through 10th grade, and then she got extremely busy with a lot of other things, so she had decided that one of the things she was going to drop was teammates, which was kind of sad in a way, but I totally understood. But it was so great just to watch them grow up.
Yeah.
And you're, even though you're not a parent or whatever, but you still feel proud of what they've accomplished and what they've done.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But it is one thing, you're there to be for them to talk to.
Right.
And stuff like that. You're not there to judge. You're not there to do anything, but you're there to talk to them or be with them and stuff like that. And that was a great experience for me. And then after her, then I was paired with another gal. And then she moved away. So, and you run into that some. We have kids come and go and stuff like that. This past year, I have not been paired with someone yet. I've let other ones, since I'm already on the board, I feel like I'm involved with teammates some, so I've let some of the other people, get paired up. And then lately, it's most of the ones that Darren was trying to pair up with needed male mentors. And that's the one thing that we are always short of is male mentors.
Is the guys.
The guys.
Go back to the beginning. You mentioned that since you were the first one in 5th grade at Custer at that time, you kind of took on the whole, probably a larger amount of the kids because they wanted to experience that too, I imagine.
Yeah. Deb and her and a lot of the other ones had started the previous year, but in that class, they had all been paired up with the ones that were in 5th grade at that time, so the new ones coming in. So yeah, it was, all of them were kind of waiting, and most of them, I do believe, got paired up with mentors. Yeah, but I was the first one, and it was interesting to when we had lunch, it was not just with her, it was her and her friends.
Sure.
Which was great.
That's fine, yeah.
It really was. So,
I know you're a busy person because of what you do, and you have a business with your family as well. So we know you're busy. So how much time does it take for you, or did it take for you, out of say a month to donate to this?
To me, it was super easy. I went over my lunch hour, and you did that once a week, and so it really, to me, didn't take much time. It was a commitment to be there, but it was just, that was where I had lunch that day. And to me, it really, those that say it takes a lot of time, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think that's worth highlighting, because all of us think we're really, really busy, and some of us are really, really busy, and some of us think we're really, really busy. but no matter what, if an hour having lunch once a week probably breaks up the week a little bit for the mentor as well.
Yeah. And it's not totally just strictly during the lunch hour. It depends on what works best for you and for your mentee. You can meet before school if it's one of the kids that are at the junior high or high school. You can meet during what they call bow time, or you can meet during their study halls. It's flexible and can be melded to work for you and the mentor and the mentee together. And Broken Bow Public Schools does just a great job of working with the program and sitting down with the teacher and the student and the adult and going, okay, now what works here? Because we never want to take a child out of any of the learning situations. And recess is sacred, guys, so don't think it's going to be recess.
Right.
But it can be some of these other study hall or types of times.
Yeah, and it works while you want to work, which works best day-wise and time of day-wise with your mentee. But then, just like everything else, life interferes here sometimes, but you just work with them and say, this week, can we meet this day instead of this day?
Sure.
Or I'm not going to be able to meet with you this week. I'm going to be out of town and stuff like that.
You got to adjust schedules. With that thought in mind, you mentioned that your first gal, she got to about 10th grade and probably was involved in lots of activities, extracurricular, plus a little more demanding. I always think maybe freshman and sophomore years are really kind of where you really ramp up with your academics as well.
Yeah.
So then you throw all that together. So it's probably making it even more important then to start with these kids earlier so that they can have more time before it gets complicated, right?
Yes, it's easier to get to know them, it seems, more than at a high school level and then to follow them through. But yes, kids start even in grade school, they get very busy and stuff like that. But the into high school, there are so many things going on and they're so busy. It's just almost it is crazy. I think back when I was in high school and I wasn't even anywhere close to as busy as they are.
Yeah, I think a lot of us realize that. If you go up past North Park, about the time that it's for the parents to pick up the kids, you're going, where are they? Are they going straight home? Well, a lot of them probably not. They're going to something else after school. So
yeah, even at grade school levels, yes.
Yeah, whatever the extracurricular, and some of them are in 4-H, some of them in other things, and
that's why sometimes I know we can meet after school some, but it's tough because the kids are usually, so many of them are involved, especially when they get into junior high and high school. They're involved in some sort of sports or some sort of activity after school.
Which is great.
And after school transportation has already been prearranged, and a lot of the kids that are bused.
Okay.
That's kind of out of the question for them.
Yeah.
Well, Colleen, thanks for your update. We appreciate that. It's good to see you, by the way.
Yeah, good to see you. Haven't seen you for a while.
I know. We don't get out much, do we?
No.
So, Deb, what's the process here? I know that you mentioned that you go through a fairly rigorous interview and so forth, and before you get cleared to be a mentor.
You do go through a background check, and we do this for the safety of the kids because the safety of the kids is number one, the number one focus of the program. And so the easiest way to, if you're interested, is to get onto teammates.org. There's just a plethora of information there, including some videos that are really good that talks about the program if you would like to learn more. And there's also a button on that website that you can click and says, yes, I'd like to be a mentor. And it asks you, your name and your address and what school you're looking at. And then takes you to a secure site. And it's a government background check. And it doesn't take long to fill out at all. And then they ask you for 3 references. And then what they do is they email the references. And I just got an email this week asking me if I would recommend an individual. I was like, absolutely. I know this lady and I've known her for years. She's perfect. And they ask you how long you've known the individual and in what way have you known the individual. And no, you're not allowed to click and say my reference is my spouse. It has to be somebody non-related to you, but it can be somebody through your work environment. And so it's just an easy fill-in, and then it asks you about some of your interests. Once you've passed the background check, and there is no cost, the background checks are paid for. They are currently this year paid for through a grant. So this is a great time to do that because those fees won't come back to our club. And then Mr. Toby or somebody from the school would just sit down with you for a few minutes and find out more of your interests. And the kids, as they sign up for the program, they have to have a parent or a guardian signature that says, this would be great, and I approve of them to do that. And then they're interviewed for their interests, and then we try to match common interests. So it's neat to know that you have got something to talk about coming out of the gate.
Yeah.
Even though I did put down music, and mine was classical music, I learned a heck of a lot about the current music of the day.
That's good. Well, the Broken Bow schools have extended teammates at North Park Elementary from 3rd through 12th grade, so that means we need more mentors. And the good news is that when you get those kids started early, they get to enjoy it all the way through high school if they can. And this was all started by the Osborne family, Tom Osborne, and I think his wife really was the one who really kicked it off. And Tom says, "Yeah, I'll help," and he became involved. And it's 45,000 youth are now served through teammates, which is pretty amazing. But there's room for more, right?
Absolutely. We do some pretty fun things. We go bowling. We go to the movies. We
go to football games.
Football games.
Goes to UNL and UNK.
The red and white game is something that the university will allow the teammates to go to for free.
Oh, good.
Which is really kind of cool.
Good.
And we've got picnics and other things. And we do those all as a group and a school-approved activity.
All right. I don't have your number on this sheet, Deb. Would you shoot? Because I'm sure somebody could call you if they had questions.
Oh, absolutely. I would invite them to. It's 870-2909. Happy to answer any questions, or they can call Mr. Toby. He has said that they can contact him. He absolutely believes in the program. He has seen a difference made in some of the kids in the program, and in not just the student that you're supposed to be meeting with, but that the feelers out with the kids that meet with you at that table. And it's amazing what you learn when all those kids start talking.
Oh, I can't imagine.
I absolutely love it.
I'm sure it's very educational.
in multiple forms.
Well, thanks for coming in.
You
Again,
bet.
Colleen Gates, our guest, and Deb McCassin with Teammates. Appreciate it. And thanks for coming in, and happy Monday to you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take another time out with these words.
Barney Health Mart is proud to offer their customers trusted cold brands that have long-lasting relief, including Mucinex, Expectorant with cough supplement, and Fast Max multi-symptom relief liquids are all available. Sambucol Black Elderberry is at Barney Health Mart for immune support. And of course, Vicks DayQuil and NyQuil too. All in one convenient in-cap display for easy selection. Barney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Broken Bow Floral and Plant Studio is ready for Valentine's Day with a menu to help you choose the best gift for your budget. A menu for Valentine's Day? Yep. Items include fresh flower creations, gift baskets, ready-to-go potted plants from the Plant Studio, a full selection of delectable chocolates and caramels, gifts for kids and gifts for the guys. Call Broken Bow Floral now to get your order in. 872-2454. Call early for the best selection. Make this Valentine's Day your best one ever. Broken Bow Floral and Plant Studio, South 1st Avenue.
Would you like to make 2024 a rewarding year? Look no further. Apply for the Burning Bank credit card today so you can earn rewards on everyday purchases. Choose from our 4 credit card levels we offer and shop in-store or online, pay bills, travel locally or abroad, and earn rewards with every purchase. You can apply online at bruningbank.com or come in and see us at 803 South D Street in Broken Bow. Bruning Bank. Build, grow, thrive in the new year. Bruning Bank. Member FDIC.
It's time to spread the local love with the KCNI KBBN Love Local promotion. When you shop local, you're not just a customer.
You're a champion of community support.
Tune in every weekday morning to The Breakfast Show for your chance at a $25 gift card to a fantastic local business.
Join us in embracing the spirit of local love. Keep it local. Keep it here.
Listen to The Breakfast Show to win.
Now remember that whatever happens, I love you.
And we will be giving a $25 gift card away later in the show today to the grocery cart here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, so stay tuned for that. Well, I just think I'll turn things over to Brent Apperson, and he has the flyer over there about the upcoming indoor tractor pull. So here's Brent Apperson and our next guest.
All right. Andy Gibbons is in the studio with us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Who'd you bring with you today?
This is Jeremy Forelli.
That's what I thought. Jeremy, good to see you. How are you?
Very good.
Good. Indoor tractor pull coming to Broken Bow, Nebraska, Saturday, February the 3rd. How did you guys get this together, and how is it coming here?
Well, we used to do this about 10 years ago. We did it for 3 or 4 years or so, and then some other events kind of made us have to quit. So we're kind of trying to get that started back up, and we're wanting to move to doing a national antique tractor pull, getting on their winter series and bringing that here. And so that's kind of where we're going.
That was going to be my question. What kinds of tractors will be here for the pull? Going to kind of feature more of the antique.
Yeah, we'll have a few V8s. I don't know how many V8s we'll have, but there'll be a few of them at least, and then it'll be a bunch of antiques. The local tractors tend to be your Division 1, 2, and just a few Division 3, which they're all about a 3-mile-an-hour speed limit. And where the people that run that national circuit are very interested in seeing this become a national pull, we'll have some of the Division 4 and 5 tractors, and they have a 4 and an 8 and a 12-mile-an-hour speed limit. And they had to put speed limits in for the insurance. So.
You mentioned the circuit. Yeah. So with this particular poll, those who participate will, excuse me, will they be kind of looking to gain points?
Not
this
year.
This year's just kind of a test run.
Okay,
yeah. It's more for us to kind of see how things are going to play out, to see if we're capable of doing a national circuit run.
But that's the goal.
That is the goal for next year.
All right.
And we'll probably run 2 sleds and have a 2-day pull. And so,
what are you looking at as far as participation for this right now?
We were just talking about that. It sounds like maybe about 200.
Yeah, we're
right
hoping,
now.
Wow.
Yeah, we're hoping to have, which will be about twice of what we normally have for a pull.
Okay.
And if we go with the national pulls, they're seeing right around 1,000 hooks for those 2 days. So there's a lot of stuff that's got to be set up to make that happen fast enough to be able to get through that many hooks in 2 days.
I assume that you're going to have people from all over the region, I'm guessing, that are kind of interested in coming. Can you talk a little bit about some of the places people are coming from? I'm sure there will be a great local representation, too, a little bit.
Yeah, probably half of our hooks will probably come from like borderline, that group that pulls north of us, and then the Platte Valley Antique Tractor Pullers, which is more western. And probably all of the surrounding states we will have tractors out of. I've talked to people in Iowa and Kansas. We should see some out of Colorado, Wyoming, South Dakota. One of the board members of NATPA, the National Antique Tractor Pulling Association, is out of South Dakota, and they are planning on being down here because they want to see the building and see how we got things set up. And the promoters that do one of these polls in Lincoln reached out to us and asked if they could help. So they're going to come out Friday night and help us get things kind of set up and just go over what things we're going to have to change and what things we got to do for next year to make this work really well.
This isn't a new thing.
No.
They've been doing the tractor pulls in Anselmo for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Back 10 years ago or so, we used to do them indoors at the fairgrounds here. Like Jeremy said, that just kind of got put on hold for other reasons.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a get everybody back on the same page type thing, see how things are going to run, see what the community involvement's going to be, make sure everybody in the community's behind it. So it is free to come and watch.
Okay.
The hooks cost money, of course. That's how we make the money, is people showing up to pull their tractors. They pay, but people coming to watch, you just show up and walk in and sit. And
and it'll probably be going on most of the day, so you come and go as you please whenever you want.
What time do you plan to start?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Okay. And it's February 3rd?
3rd, yes.
Yep.
All right. At the Custer County Fairgrounds.
At the Horse Barn.
Horse Barn.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably, if you're going to bring your little ones, you probably want to bring some earplugs.
I was just going to say, yeah.
Inside, it gets very loud.
Yeah. And these are, I mean, they won't be extremely, extremely loud, but there'll be some noise. And
yeah.
Can you guys just talk a little bit about your personal enjoyment of this event? Because, I mean, obviously, you got to have a little personal enjoyment to kind of try to spearhead this event and get it to Custer County. Talk a little bit about that.
It's all kind of brought in by the Forellis. I mean, Jeremy and Chris and their dads, they grew up with mini mows.
Yeah. I've tractor pulled for, 20-some years or better. And so we're trying to bring things to the community and trying to do some stuff there. And that's kind of how we got started in Ann Summel's, trying to bring something into Big Sky and make that an event. And, we kind of had this back in our mind to do something out here at the fairgrounds with the building like what we used to do. And last fall, when I was at a couple of polls asking people who would be interested in coming, would you be interested in doing this again? And I bumped into one of the guys from the NATPA, and then Bruce hit me up. Said, if you have an indoor building and we can do this, it would be really nice to do an NATPA poll. I said, if you're willing to help, I'm willing to do this, because this is a big event when you get into this, and we're going to need quite a bit of help. And so he was willing to do that, and we've been working towards that. And it used to be there were a lot more polls in this area. Kearney used to have an NATPA poll, Ogallala, Sterling, Colorado, Wichita, Kansas, and those promoters that did that, got old enough and retired and quit doing it, and no one picked that up. So there's a huge push from those guys that run that circuit to see another poll, and the response has been pretty decent for that. So I think next year it will be pretty easy to set it up. As far as the interest into it.
Are you guys still taking entries?
Yes.
Okay.
You take registrations up till the day of.
To the day of.
Until we hit a certain number.
Okay.
We haven't decided what the number is going to be yet, but we'll have to put a cutoff point somewhere.
We will. If we're trying to get people pre-registered, if we get enough, I'm going to see if I can't get another sled. And so and that might be somewhere around 300 where we can actually get through all of that. And so, and that, I guess we'll see what happens. That's a lot of hooks.
That is a lot.
We normally run 100, 135 is normally a pretty good pull for around here.
How many do you have right now?
I would bet we're probably around at least 100.
Yeah.
I haven't talked with Bruce and seen how many people pre-registered with him, but I've got close to 50 or a little over that have pre-registered with me.
Yeah.
And I've talked to several local people that are planning on coming, but they need to get their tractors across the scales to see what they weigh, to see where they need to be. So, and those will all be stock tractors. So, there's classes from stock to ones that run pretty hard.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask you, how many different classes and things like that were going to be on that day?
I think there's 7 different classes, and then there's weight classes starting at 2,500 and they go to 8,500 at 500-pound increments. So.
All right. So a great day if people want to participate, and a great day if people want to come and watch.
Right. Yep.
All right. February 3rd.
February 3rd.
Starting at 10 a.m.
Yep.
Custer County Fairgrounds.
At the
Horse Barn.
Yep.
All right. Sounds good.
You guys going to have concessions that day?
Yes. The 4-H kids are doing the concessions.
Oh, good. That'll help them out as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like it'll be a good day to be in there in the building, temperature-wise.
Yeah, the weather's pretty good.
Kind of afraid with the freezing temperatures we had that maybe we would be freezing out.
We do have some heaters lined up to try to take some of that edge
chill
off, chill off. So.
Yeah. And then is it kind of set up like when they have the fair events, the 4-H events, the bleachers will be at the one end?
Yeah. Yep.
So there's some seating there. A lot of people just like to stand and watch as well.
Yeah.
Right in that area.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds great. We want to thank Andy from Gibbons Electric. I think you're paying for this time
Yep.
of day to promote that, so we appreciate that very much.
I don't have a tractor to pull, so I'm just kind of helping out where I can here and there. I was kind of voluntold that I was helping.
Voluntold is always good. So there'll be some Farmalls and John Deeres and Alice Chandlers and all kinds of different.
Yep.
All different sizes.
Yep.
What's the years?
61 and older. I think
61
for,
and older.
For
So if you want to pull yourself, Dave, you can come in there and we can hook the sled up to you.
Well, you know, I'll bring my mower.
I was just going to say, I'd like to see his mower participate in that.
I think fortunately, it's too new, but yeah, I'm sure it's fun. And if somebody out there listening hasn't been to pull before, this would be a great opportunity to go take a look, right?
Oh yeah, it's lots of fun. My kid, my oldest Joey, he loves going and helping. He just likes being around that stuff. And
yeah.
So,
well, it's kind of you get the competition part of it, but there's a lot of tractor buffs out there who enjoy antique tractors, period. So, yeah, that's great. Well, thanks for putting this together, Jeremy and Andy. Thanks for the time today. And if we can do anything else for you, let us know. We'll try to promote it as best we can.
Thanks.
Yeah. And you've got some good weather ahead. I think people will enjoy it. If you're talking about economic development, if you get through this year and double it up next year, that's going to be fantastic. A lot of families come with these, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back right after these messages.
This is John Farley with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. And here we understand your land represents a lifetime of hard work and the decision to sell does not come lightly. I'd be happy to provide a free, no obligation opinion of value to assist in your estate planning. Inventory is very low at the moment, so now may be the best time to get the highest dollar for your lifetime of land stewardship and sweat equity. Whatever your goal is, I'm here to help. Call me, John Farley, or check us out at lashleyland.com.
Tie downs, straps, hooking up the trailer, backing up the trailer, undoing the straps, unloading the trailer, parking the trailer. Then you get to start the project. We'll skip straight to getting to work with the help of Ansley Lumber and Supply with their offering of delivery. The only question is, what new hobby will you pick up with that spare time? From whole home packages to reliable brands of shingles, decking, windows, premium lumber, and more. Ansley Lumber, downtown Ansley.
Are you afraid of falling? Team Physical Therapy can help. 872-5111. Good balance is essential for a healthy, active life. Team Physical Therapy is here to help you stay healthy, improve your balance, and keep you active. 872-5111. Our highly trained physical therapist will design a personalized plan for you to help you improve your stability, decrease risk of falling, and get you back to doing what you love. Don't let that balance issue keep you at home, or if it does, we can come to you. Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111.
Good morning. You're listening to the Get Up and Go.
Cody Jinks. It's 8:46. Couple of promotions we want to talk about, and also some more job openings here this morning. But we do want to remember and remind you that sandhillsexpress.com has a cattle sales page, and it's on the menu. Click on it, and you'll find auctions that are coming up. The ones we have on right now that I'm aware of is the February 1st sale, Thursday, February 1st at the Ritter Hereford Ranch outside of Callaway. And then there's also the Saturday, February 10th, Heart City Bull Bash in Valentine, which is quite an event and sale. Those two are on the page, and there's more details there on the cattle sales page on Sand Hills Express.
Jeffrey's Sand and Gravel out of Burwell, Nebraska has a lot of job opportunities right now. They're looking for the following positions. Currently looking for a dredge operator, general laborer, diesel mechanic, concrete truck driver, and full-time heavy equipment operator. Some of the equipment you would be operating include backhoe, scraper, excavator, dozer, wheel loader, motor grader, haul trucks, and skid loaders. Now, you must be dependable, safety conscious, obviously, must be able to work 10 to 12-hour days, including some weekends, with possible travel during the week. They offer competitive wages. Benefits include health insurance, accident, vision, and dental insurance, term life insurance, employer match simple IRA. They are an equal opportunity employer. Applications are available at their location at 82428 Jeffries Lane, Burwell. You can also go to the website Jeffries, JEFFRES.com, or call Justina if you have any questions at 308-346-5123.
The Custer County Foundation has an open position. It is for the executive director position, and they're seeking applicants. This is a full-time position located right here in Broken Bow, downtown Broken Bow, and the executive director acts as the CEO for the Custer County Foundation. And there's a description of all the duties that you'll be taking on if you are lucky enough to get this position, such as general administration, program development, public awareness, community involvement, and more. And to be qualified, they really prefer that you have a bachelor's degree, 5 or more years experience in at least one of the following: management, policy development, asset development, donor relations, and grant making. And very high on the list beyond that is leadership skills. You must be self-motivated, and excellent written and oral communication skills are essential. And you need to be proficient and comfortable with technology, and of course have organizational skills. Send your resume to the Custer County Foundation, Post Office Box 304, Broken Bow, Nebraska 68822, or email the foundation at custerfoundation@msn.com.
Some more job opportunities. These are through Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership. They are looking for a person to work as a WIC immunization nurse in Loop City. Now, this is a part-time position, flexible 20-hour per week position with a starting wage dependent on qualifications. You must have an active RN, LPN, or RD license. You would be traveling and providing assistance to clients at WIC clinics and administering vaccinations to participants in the immunization program. They are also looking for a center assistant to work in their Ord, Burwell, and Broken Bow locations. Now, this is a full-time 40-hour per week position with a starting wage of $14 per hour. You would be assisting where needed in the classroom, depending on the location, and helping the teacher and staff with activities, documenting, and cleaning. Finally, they are also looking for a early childhood program interpreter. Now, this could be a part-time or full-time position, depending on the program needs. They are looking for someone who has the ability to speak, read, and write fluently in both Spanish and English. You would be providing translation for families and children ages birth to 5 and traveling to the different locations as needed to provide translation services. For more information on any of these positions, you can contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. The extension is 105, or you can apply online by going to centralnebraskacap.com.
Well, the Chamber of Commerce building has gotten very busy. Lots of different businesses are encompassed inside of that building along with the Broken Bow Chamber. But one of those that's been there quite a long time now is Nebraska Land Hearing Center. And Roxanne is located inside the building. She's a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 35 years of experience, and she's located right there in the Chamber of Commerce building on the east side of the square. And she offers free hearing evaluation and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, extended discounts for buying local, and you can receive trade-in on old hearing aids if it all works out. And she has local discounts. Buying local, you'll receive a discount. And you don't need to travel to Lincoln, Omaha, or even Denver. Roxanne sells top technology right here, and it's right here in Broken Bow. State-of-the-art tech, which includes rechargeable hearing aids, no batteries to worry about replacing. She'll take care of all that for you and show you all the different options to make sure you can hear everything that's going on in your world. Call her at 308-384-3852 and make an appointment. 308-384-3852. And that's Nebraska Land Hearing in Broken Bow, Nebraska.
KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. President Biden blames Iran and vows to retaliate after a deadly drone attack at a U.S. base in Jordan. Correspondent David Martin.
A defense official says the drone, which killed 3 American service members and wounded 34 others, came in very low and very slow. At the same time, a U.S. drone was returning to the base from a surveillance mission.
CBS News has learned former Presidents Obama and Clinton will headline an event for President Biden in the spring. CBS's Bo Erickson.
This will be the first joint fundraiser for Biden with his 2 Democratic predecessors and comes at a time when the re-election campaign is trying to increase enthusiasm for the current president within his own party.
A 17-year-old inmate awaiting trial in a homicide case back in custody after escaping from a hospital in Philadelphia last week. Rob Clark with the U.S. Marshal's Office.
There was no cockiness, but I think he knew the jig was up.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NFL championship games on the NFC side, 49ers rally past the Lions for a 34-31 win. Detroit had a 17-point lead in the second half, failed on 2 key fourth-down conversions in field goal range, and had a big lost fumble. San Francisco took advantage, outscoring Detroit 17-0 in the third quarter and 27-7 in the second half. 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy had 267 yards passing, 48 yards rushing with a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 90 yards rushing, and 2 scores in the win. On the AFC side, Chiefs go into Baltimore, knock off the top seed in the AFC, the Ravens, 17-10. Kansas City had a 17-7 lead at the half. Baltimore, 2 key turnovers in the end zone in the second half, a fumble from wide receiver Zay Flowers and an interception by quarterback Lamar Jackson, who also lost a fumble. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes for Kansas City had a touchdown pass to tight end Travis Kelce, who was targeted 11 times, had 11 receptions, 116 yards. Super Bowl 58 is set, 49ers versus the Chiefs.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Ample sunshine expected today with daytime highs approaching 55. Winds out of the northwest 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, lows dip down to about 31. Lots of sunshine tomorrow, highs around 57. Mainly sunny skies Wednesday with a high of 61. 50 Thursday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency on earth, and if you owe back taxes, the news isn't good. The IRS is raising the interest rate it charges on unpaid taxes, and further rate hikes are expected. Most people don't know it, but the IRS adds interest charges to your tax debts daily. So if you owe the IRS today, you'll owe even more tomorrow. And it doesn't stop until you get right with the IRS. The good news is getting right can start with one phone call to Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax relief firm. Optima's tax professionals specialize in the Fresh Start Initiative, a powerful IRS program that can save you thousands if you qualify. In fact, the experts at Optima have resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
9:04, it's 34 degrees outside under a sunny sky. Beautiful out there. And it's just nice to look out the window and think, I want to go outside instead of going, I got to go start the car. This is much better. Brent, I think we're all a little happier for it.
I think we are, yeah.
All right, we told you earlier that we were going to have guests in to talk about a fundraiser, the Shauna Baker fundraiser. And this next guest, I think you'll find that you recognize his voice. His name is LC. We call him LC.
We do? Okay. Hi, LC.
Most people just call me Crash.
Crash?
Yeah, that's my old nickname. Yeah, that's Rhonda. Yeah, it's just pretty much Crash. So
I've always wanted to, by the way, this is Larry Cotner, in case you don't know. I've always wanted to ask you, is there a story behind Crash?
Yeah, I hit 2 bridges 2 weeks apart when I was 18.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
okay.
so it's been a long name. It is spelled with K, so.
Yeah. I don't think I'd ever heard the story behind Crash. So
we won't get into all the details.
Okay, yeah, we'll just leave it where it is.
That's probably best. And who was your guest you brought with?
Rhonda Shinneman.
Rhonda.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Rhonda.
How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. I guess I never thought we'd ever get you on the air before, and I'm glad you're here.
Thank Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to see you. So we have a benefit coming up, and I don't have the information in front of me, and I don't think Brent does either. So we're going to leave it up to you guys for all the details.
Okay. It's for Shauna Barker, and it's going to be on Saturday, this coming Saturday at Sylvester's in Broken Bow. JC and Fred were very kind to let us have it there. Be a free will donation meal from 2 until 7, and a silent auction from 3 until 5. And we may start a little earlier than that, but we won't go past the 5. And we have one item we are going to do an auction on at 5 o'clock. It is a prestige item, one of those one-of-a-kind things you can't find anywhere else. You'll be able to possess. Probably will never, ever be another one. So I'm not going to say what it is, just so we can leave it as prestige. But you come out there at 5 o'clock and you can find out what it is and put a bid on it.
All right. And I apologize. My note had Baker, not Barker. So thanks for getting me straightened out on that. Can you, Rhonda, give us a little background? I believe that a diagnosis of breast cancer came along. Is that correct?
Yes. Shauna had told me that she had breast cancer and that she was having some troubles paying some of her medical bills. So I asked her if it would be okay if we did this benefit, and she said absolutely. And and I do know that she's also had some surgery underneath her arm. I don't know how many lymph nodes that she's had taken out. She didn't make that statement, but I think it's would be really good if the whole town would get together and help her out. I mean, she's helped us out lots and lots of times. So
give us a little background on Shauna for the folks out there who don't know her. What she.
Shauna is, she worked in a deli for a lot of years.
Right.
I guess she first started out at Jack and Jill.
She did, yeah.
Yeah. And then the stores after that. And then she wound up at the grocery cart. So as far as I know, she is still current working. Not right now, but, she is still current. So I thought it would be, since she served us, it's time to serve her.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you have to wonder how many big pans of chicken that Shauna has put together for other benefits, right?
Oh my goodness, yes.
And potato salad and
and what have you, vegetables, anything. Yeah.
Well, she's known for her cooking abilities.
Yes.
And did that for years at Jack and Jill and then Gary's and now at the grocery cart. But yeah, her meals always, good old fashioned solid meals that we all enjoy in this part of the country. And I always thought that it was amazing to me when you got a meal from Shauna when she was dishing it up. You're going, my goodness, you're generous.
Yes, you won't go hungry.
No. I couldn't believe how much the container weighed when she filled it up with mashed potatoes and whatever else was in there, chicken and so forth. So now I think most people will know who we're talking about. I've been around long enough to know that I would know Shauna as Lewis.
Yes.
From the Lewis family originally, but she's been serving us for a long time, you're right. And if anybody has went through cancer treatment of any kind, but breast cancer maybe specifically, it's a long haul. It's not something that you go to the doctor and get it fixed and it's over in a little while. It's a long haul and it kind of evolves, and you don't know how much time you're going to miss from work and so forth. So I'm sure she could use the help, right?
Yes. We like I said, she's in good spirits. She is trying to fight this, and from experience, because I've had cancer too.
Right.
And then it is hard, Dave. And so I am glad that the community will get together and help her out with her expenses. Because that's a never-ending story.
Well, I think now that we have kind of identified who Shauna is to folks out there, they've all met her. one place or another. They matter behind the counter in the community, and so that's good. I think a lot of people will participate.
I think it's interesting you brought up the proportions that she would give you. When I worked at the 911 center, we just run across the street for lunch and have her dish us up something, and I never saw a little hand that could grab so many chicken nuggets and put them in. I go, no, that's too many. She goes, and this is Shauna's personality. Shut up and eat it. Yes. And and that's what you heard, and that's what I did.
And you would always have to take it up to the counter and get it taped, or otherwise it's going all over the place.
That's right. It was so heavy. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Well, and I think some of that spunk goes back to that Lewis family we talked about. Hey, eat it. It's good. Eat it. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. So this will be great. So, Larry, everything except the one item is a silent auction item. Is that correct?
Yeah, everything's a silent auction. And, folks, we do want to still encourage anybody that wants to get an item in for the silent auction. We're taking them until Thursday. We kind of hope to have them by Thursday morning, and so we can get everything organized for Saturday. But we will accept donations. If you see the posters, or you can they call out here, and we'll give them. You can give them our numbers, or we can give them over the air, I guess, if you want. Mine's 872-1114.
And mine is 870-6365.
6365.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll repeat those, and so that's if they want to put an item, a silent auction item. There's still time to do that. Give you a call and get it set up.
And the other thing we really want to hit upon too, Dave, a bank account has been set up at Nebraska State Bank, and that got set up a week ago, mainly because a lot of folks said, I'd love to be out there, donate, give something, but I've got something going on that time. You can donate this week. You can donate next week. You can just go down to Nebraska State Bank, give them a check. You can call them at 872-2466, I believe is NSB's number, and they will tell you a pathway of how you can donate to the Shauna Barker, as we're calling it, Team Shauna, as far as that goes. And of course, there's a really good meal on Saturday, and it'll go from 2 to 7, and it's going to be kind of served up like when Fred has Husker football games. You just go up there and get things and put the money in, and got some really good cooks too, don't we?
Yes, we do. We have some really good ladies that are coming. I know that we're having some soups and some extra whatever. As far as I know, we're having some chili and some beef and noodle and some what's that taco soup? Taco soup.
Yeah.
And hamburger stew. We're just going to have a variety of stuff. So you guys come on out and have a good time, and
just walk up and dish it up and leave a little donation. And,
Yep.
Okay, and that's from when again?
2 o'clock until 7.
Okay, 2 to 7.
And that beef and noodle is going to be cooked by Louis Stidham.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's going to be good. Mm-hmm. You know it. All right. We'll run through all the details again so that folks can be there. First of all, let's start with this. If you want to make a donation, you can stop by Nebraska State Bank and make a donation to the Shauna Barker Fund, or you can call them at 872-2466. Rhonda's number is 870-6365. Larry's number is 872-1114. If you want to call Rhonda or Larry and get in on making a donation as far as a silent auction item goes, or I imagine if they wanted to give Rhonda $100 for the cause, she would make sure it got to the bank probably. So one way or another, we're going to get the money where it needs to go, right?
Yes.
And then you have the actual food from 2 to 7. The live auction starts at what time?
5 o'clock, and it's just that one item. I think I'm actually going to try to be an auctioneer for a change.
Oh, wow.
I would like to hear that.
That's a dream of mine, Brent. Just I've never been an auctioneer, and I figure for one item, I can maybe, $25, $50, let's give me 75, whatever. I don't know.
There you go.
Sounded pretty good.
I was going to say.
So we'll give it a shot, and we got some help. We've got some volunteers that are helping out as well. Got to say a big shout out to a lot of those folks that are going to help out that day, and with everything besides the donations of their time and the food, and all the businesses that are donating. I mean, they're donating very generously.
Yes.
I hate to mention any one thing because then you'd have to kind of mention a lot. But do you want to hit that one item we're going to bid on, though? It's one of those pound your chest, look what I've got on the wall type things that nobody else will have. And I don't want to say what it is because then it takes away from it.
That's right.
So you're not even going to give us a hint?
I've told Dave.
Prestige?
Yeah, I've told Dave. You could have used it the other night. I'll give you that hint.
Oh, you're giving too much.
I
know.
could have used it the other night.
Yeah, well, see, he's thinking already.
Come and see, right?
Okay. Yep.
Come and see. Come and bid. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Is there anything we didn't ask you about, Rhonda, that you wanted to say?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I just want to give a big shout out to the whole community. I thank you very much, and I really appreciate it. So,
all right. Thanks, Larry.
Thank you.
All right. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Here's Blackberry Smoke.
And then Thursday night, we plan to have basketball for you on KBBN Radio, 95.3 FM, and also on our live video stream as well, as we'll be in Sargent for Twin Loop and Anselmo Myrna. That'll be coming up on Thursday on KBBN Radio. And then hard to believe, but this Saturday is state wrestling duels. Broken Bow positioning themselves very well for the Class C tournament, so we will plan to be there to cover them at state wrestling duels. They'll try to repeat as Class C champions, and we'll be there to cover their matches for you coming up on Saturday in Kearney.
That sounds like a splendid sports schedule, and catch as much of it as you can, folks. Guys go out and do a lot of work to get those on the air, and the sponsors are unreal for our sports coverage. Heard the list this past weekend for MNAC basketball and Southwest Conference, and now we'll have the wrestling this week. You'll hear some different sponsors, but a lot of the same ones as well. So thanks to all the businesses out there who make our coverages possible on the radio and in some cases on the live video stream as well. All right, we will take the fifth caller. Caller number 5. Caller number 5 at 872-2801 will win a $25 gift card to the grocery cart. Caller number 5, 872-2801. I want to thank Pam for calling in. She was our 5th caller, so Pam has won herself a $25 gift card to the grocery cart. Check out their weekly specials, and as always, check out their deli. Of course, we were just talking about Shauna Barker, who heads up the deli, and all the good foods they have out there, plus the Chester chicken meals they have almost every day. Open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. at the grocery cart, your local community connection for high-quality foods, friendly service, and great prices. And they do their very best to make specials kind of centered around the season, understanding what you might need at that particular point in time. They do a good job of trying to save you money, and don't forget about those bonus points that you can get if you sign up for that at the grocery cart. Brent, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 7:30 a.m.
All right, sounds good.